explains it. Then I try explaining it to somebody else, and they're like, what? I said, okay, I really have no comment. Because I don't do north, south, east, and west. I'm just over there, And so to introduce him, his name is Jack Turnage, and he's going to be he's with the Wildcatter Realty Partners, and he's talking about the new mixed-use development that's called the Greenbelt that is being built here in Greenville. And he's originally from Jackson, Mississippi. His father worked on developing the suburbs around the Jackson area, which inspired him to do the same. He holds a BA in real estate and finance from the University of Mississippi, and moved to Dallas in the summer of 22 to pursue his career. And also want to thank this month's sponsor, who is Earl Tyler. And without further ado, I'll turn it over to Jack.
All right.
How is everybody doing?
Good.
All right, so like she said, my name is Jack Turnage. I'm a part of the development team at Wildcatter Realty Partners, and in Greenville our main focus is the Greenbelt, which if any of y'all have driven over the overpass of I-30 right there by Britton Chevrolet, you might see us moving some now mud after the few rain, but we've got a whole lot of water out there right now. But the Greenbelt is a 325 master plan mixed-use development. It's going to incorporate some multifamily, some restaurants, a hotel and conference center, single-family development, and also some strip retail. So I'll just go ahead and jump into it here and kind of walk you through this slide deck I put together and figure out how to. So like I said, we're it's a 325 acre master plan development. It's right there off I-30. It's situated between Monty Stratton Parkway and Wesley Street to the east. And then we've also got some property down on 1570 as well that will turn into a 168 unit built for rent community with one bed, 2 bed, 3 bed type stuff. So
Single family or an apartment building?
It'll be single family, so they'll all be 1 bedroom duplexes, like a 1,200 square foot 2 bedroom, or even like a 1,500 foot 3 bedroom unit. But they'll all be for rent. They'll have a workout facility and pool and all that good stuff, and also connected with some trails as well. That's just kind of our general location. We're also really close to L3 Harris. We hope to pull a lot of the young engineers from L3 Harris too to come to the development. And when we get some more restaurants up and going, that'll be our plan. So here's our master plan. This is fairly old. We've had some tweaks to it, but everything's generally about the same. You can see in the pink there, you have what we're calling the commercial district. So that'll be where the hotel and conference center will be located. That's where the restaurants along I-30 are going to go, and some other strip retail and stuff like that. As you also may notice, we are planning to build Traders Road out from Wesley Street all the way to Monty Stratton. So if you're driving down Wesley Street, you can know that can get to be a pretty bad intersection right there with the Wesley Street and Traders Road where it is now. So that's actually, we're under construction right now, building Monty Stratton south from I-30 down to the edge of our property, and then headed east with Traders Road. So we'll finish phase 1 of Traders Road by the end of the year. So it'll be paved and it'll help service our development.
So Wesley Street's right there, kind of in the center of that?
Right, so Wesley Street, can I step over there? Wesley Street is located right here, and then Monty Stratton is right here.
Okay.
But you're taking Traders all the way to Interstate 30?
Yes, sir. Well, we'll take Traders Road from Monty Stratton here all the way east to connect with Wesley Street.
Okay. Is the interstate on that?
Yes, ma'am. So the interstate runs right here.
So it's on the north side of interstate?
So it's on the south side. So this is how we changed it up a little bit. It's more close-in plan. But you can see we have the single family over to the east. That's probably about 350 lots is what it'll pencil out to be. They're already zoned, platted, ready to go. You can see in the pink there is kind of some retail, future retail that's coming, and then of course you have the commercial district there that we talked about kind of to the east of Britton Chevrolet. So Britton Chevrolet is right here. You have Monty Stratton and I-30, and this is the 300 unit multifamily apartment complex. Those will be 3-story garden style apartments.
The ones to the north, is that to the east of Britton Chevrolet? Is that your commercial there?
Yes, sir. So that'll all be commercial. So the plan is to have some restaurant users along the I-30 frontage. And then also, we have to utilize a lot of floodplain on this property. So it's, I mean, it encumbers a lot of floodplain. So without having to move anything around, we want to, keep the green at Greenbelt as kind of this, keep the green in Greenville is what we kind of been trying to say. Kind of have a ice house feel in that triangular pad there where we might stick 2 or 3 restaurants that'll all have an area to kind of play around for the kids in the floodplain and all that kind of stuff. Put some gas heaters out there and kind of turn it into an ice house feel.
So what was the pink again?
Sir?
The pink, what was the pink again?
The pink?
Yeah.
So the pink is just going to be future retail.
Future, okay.
So to jump back to Monty Stratton and Traders Road, which we are under construction now, it'll be, phase 1 will probably be about 3,200 linear feet of road that goes from the south side of 30 down to the edge of our property and Traders Road east into the development. And then after that, phase 2 will be bringing it from the end of the green line over there all the way back to Wesley Street.
You got Wings to Go, that it's right there at the end of Traders and 34. Where's Traders gonna go?
Traders is going to go just south of Wings to Go. So it will connect right at the intersection of where the current intersection is.
So just, the Traders right now will just go straight across Wesley, just a little bit south of Wings to Go. So it won't have, well, it'll just be straight across.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
So right now, Traders Road stops at Wesley.
Yeah.
And then we'll just take it exactly from there and kind of bend
Yeah.
it through our property. And we have to situate it, to also help with the floodplain and all that kind of stuff. But it'll be situated south of where that Wings to Go is. Here's some aerial shots, and this was taken this past weekend. We have a friend of ours who flies around in his airplane and takes some pictures, so he always sends us some. But you can see here is where I-30 is. So that I-30 is heading east towards Wesley Street. And so you come off here and you go down Monty Stratton, and then you'll go into Traders Road there. And then this portion right here is the multifamily development. This will be like a drainage pond. We couldn't really utilize that, but then there'll be some retail here, and then this is the commercial development.
So you can kind of see Traders Road.
Oh yeah,
Right
it's
there. Yeah.
it was already cut out, and there was a big force main that ran through there as well. So we're going to try our best to stay on that line, but we also got it kind of windy.
Yeah.
Do you have any commitments or signed commitments from a hotel or restaurants yet?
Yes, and we have an agreement with the city to build a 100-room. It's another developer that's coming in, and he's going to build a 100-room Marriott Courtyard or something of that caliber, and then also accompanied with a 10,000 square foot conference center. So that's coming as well, and it's been a long time coming, talking with the city and what the city needs, and we ran a bunch of hotel studies, and it said that the closest thing is headed back to Rockwall. So that'll be situated more than likely in this area right here along that eastern side of our commercial development.
What do you expect out of this first phase, 3 years or so to get it knocked out?
I hope not that long. It shouldn't be that long. It should be, with Traders Road finishing at the end of the year, the hotel developer will begin construction, and that's probably a 18-month, 24-month construction there. And then of course, with the restaurant users, they'll be able to come in and knock that out in 12 months. So probably a year and a half to 2 years before that part is totally built out. There's another shot. So that's just oriented to where the top of the screen is north, just to better orient yourself. And here's, kind of what the Marriott courtyard will look like. 100 room, 100, maybe, I think 100 room. And then here's where we did the study about, how many events are needed, in this area. And it ended up being 817. So we were, we were really looking forward to that project coming in. The Greenbelt will also be connected with about 9 miles of hike and bike trail that will connect eventually to the sports park that's on the north side of 30. So if you were to take, if you were to start at the sports park, you could go all the way down Monty Stratton into our development, walk through the parks, walk through the disc golf park, walk through all the trails, and then down some power line easements that we're getting some access to, and then eventually all the way down to 1570, which TxDOT is also building. They're turning 1570 on the west side of Wesley Street into 5 lanes, and it will also have like an 8-foot sidewalk, so you'll eventually be able to connect all the way back to 30 if you needed to go back that way.
So your development doesn't go all the way down to 1570?
No, sir. So we've got some neighboring landowners who are holding out on us. But we've got more than we can say grace over right now. But we're able to utilize that power line to still connect to our development to the south there, where you can kind of see. And I'll get into this here in a second, but we've got some also more land here, and then the 168 unit built for rent project I talked about is right there along 1570. And these are just some snapshots of what we're using a group called Avid Trails. They're doing some stuff up in McKinney right now. They focus a lot in Colorado. They do a lot of stuff in the mountains. So we're really looking forward to having them partner with us and create some really cool stuff that will connect to the sports park in 1570.
Who will be responsible for maintaining those?
We will be. We will be, yes, sir.
Okay.
Those are some pictures of the trailheads, some bridges, and then kind of some trailside equipment that you could, work out and do whatever you needed to do there. So now jumping down to 1570, where our cottages at Coyote Crossing are. So that's the 168 unit built for rent community. Very close proximity to L3 Harris. We always talk with people at L3 Harris, and there's just a huge shortage of housing out here for, a young engineer who's making really good money. We hear stories about people are driving in their RVs from Fort Worth and staying here for the week and then driving back to Fort Worth in their RV. So we're really excited about this project. This one it's on the front burner, so it should be coming here within the next year. We've already got construction drawings. We've got a grading permit. We're still trying to figure out some cost, and then we're ready to go on that one.
Do you have an estimated rents on those?
I do. I think for the 1 bedrooms, we're looking at about $900. The 2 bedrooms are $1,200, and the 3 beds might be $1,600.
Is it a townhouse or an apartment?
It's going to look just like and I've got some pictures in here. So kind of like that's the fitness area with the pool and the fire pits and all that kind of stuff. And then, so there's the 1 bedroom duplex. So there's actually 1 bedroom on each side.
Do they have a garage or anything, or just?
Some do, some don't. The ones that don't just have additional parking throughout the development. The 2-bedroom unit's at 920 square feet, and the 3-bed is at 1,600.
Are you building those as Wildcat, or you're doing it, or bringing in a builder to do them?
We are now. When we first looked at the project, we were going to hire outside, but just the way that some things happened over the years, we actually have some guys in-house now that focus on not only horizontal construction, but also vertical as well. So we hired a guy who's got about 25 years in multifamily development experience. So we'll be leading the charge on that. And that's it. It was a short presentation. I hope I didn't keep y'all that long, but any questions do y'all that y'all have?
When will you start on the rental phase, the houses?
So that will probably start within the next, I don't want to make any promises, but we hope to start within the next probably 6 to 8 months. So like I said, we've already got a grading permit in our hands, so we can go out and grade the site. It's just a matter of figuring out our cost, and just the way the economy is right now, it's just trying to get some deals to pencil out.
So just between now and the end of the year, the goal is to complete Monty Stratton to Traders Road?
Correct.
Where you're gonna turn it. What's the time frame to extend Traders Road up past your retail development?
So that'll probably be next year.
Okay.
So that should be done by the end of next year or early 2025.
In the near term, is access to the retail area off the service road till you build the Traders Road piece behind it?
No, so let me jump back here. So with all the retail development that's going on the frontage of I-30, you'll have access from the service road, but you'll also have access from Traders Road as well. And then we'll also, I don't have it highlighted in green, but we're also about to start this, we're calling it the Spine Road right now. We haven't figured out a name for it, but it'll come north from Traders Road here back to the service road. So that'll all be looped like that.
Can you go back to your overview?
Sure.
No, other direction.
Keep it.
Yeah, that one there. So that stuff on the right, just west of Wesley Street, that big housing development there,
Yes, sir.
that is housing development?
Yes, sir.
When does that start?
So we're in talks with our engineers right now. We're actually getting some, finalizing some construction drawings and numbers like that. So that will be coming within the next year as well.
Because I'm just thinking about traffic on 30, on Wesley Street right now. It's kind of busy. Sometimes I didn't know how that was going to impact traffic.
Well, it shouldn't affect it that much. I know we are going to start on the, so if you see, there's 2 single-family kind of pods with a drainage that runs through it. So we'll start on the south lots before the north lots, and it shouldn't affect traffic at all. We'll have 2 entrances to the development. So
I know they've talked about TxDOT wanting to redo 30 Wesley Street. Is any of this time-wise lining up with their widening of 30, not 30, 34 Wesley Street?
34, right.
Yeah.
We've actually been talking to TxDOT. I'll have to regroup with them. I'm not sure their timeline, but I know ours is we want to move as fast as we can, just to get some houses out there and move in dirt.
Will you,
I lived in this section down here and wanted to go to, I say E-Systems. How would I go? How do you get out into 1570?
So if you were living in the east single-family lots, you would drive, out here to 34 and then just go straight down to 34.
Okay. So you said there were 2 entrances in and out?
There will be, yes, ma'am.
So is that one of them?
So the entrances, there'll be a lot of entrances all over the development, but I'm just saying for the single-family lots, there will be more than one. Just talking about traffic and traffic control and all that.
I can see 2 entrances there, one of the northern half, if you will, and one of the southern half.
Right, and we're
Yeah.
having to kind of tweak those drawings with stuff like that since we're starting on the south first.
Yeah.
and all
And
that.
what size houses are you putting in there, do you know yet?
We don't know, we haven't had we haven't signed off on a builder yet. We actually have a few people who want to come out here. The lots will be 50-foot lots, and the houses will probably be in the $350,000 range, $350,000 range.
Zero lot line?
They're 50-foot lots,
50 width, right?
50 width.
So is your house built right on the edge?
No, there'll be some setbacks.
What elementary school would this neighborhood feed into?
I'm just Greenville High School.
Well,
I
the
would say
elementary
Lamar.
though. What elementary school would,
Probably Lamar.
would probably be Lamar?
Yeah, because Lamar is just right down the road, Traders Road, and then turn left on Jack Turnage, so it's right there.
It's already full.
Well, Bowie is nearby as well.
Oh, yeah, Bowie's there at the road too.
Yeah.
Vote for the bond.
Yes.
The floodplain you're talking about, and I can see where you're leaving the green, are you guys going to be making a causeway that let the water flow easily, or what's going to take it from not being backed up from all the drainage going into there?
Right, so we've got engineers and ecologists and all that kind of stuff that are helping us through the construction process. So right now we've currently got, let's see if I can pull up. So number one, you can see the lake that is on the bottom of the multifamily development there. That catches everything from the multifamily developer. But then we've also got everything that runs from the north actually comes into, you can't see it here, but this is a lake as well. So that's catching all the drainage from the north. But some other stuff are just kind of smaller streams that you can't really go in there to develop, so they'll just stay the way they are.
And then that picture you were just showing, is that the 1570 that's highlighted in green?
No.
No.
That's Traders.
Traders.
That's Traders, okay.
Traders of Money Street.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Go ahead.
I'm just kind of curious, I know that I see all the development past 1570, there's that one area, is this the part of that area you're talking about?
No.
By 1570?
Yes, right past 1570,
That's a mobile home park.
okay, that's not
So
part of this.
That's not part of that, not at all.
Is Monty Stratton gonna become 4-lane?
Yes, sir.
North of the interstate?
Yes, north of the interstate?
Yeah.
Right now it is. Well, right now, the north side of I-30, right now, it's like a 2-lane with a boulevard in the middle. Ours is just gonna be 4 lanes. So,
Going up to Paris Junior College?
on the south side.
Just
Oh, on the south
Yes,
side.
ma'am.
And where's it gonna hook up to? Is that Monty Stratton gonna go all the way to Traders?
Monty Stratton, yes, so Monty Stratton's gonna come, so it's already there, but it's not in good shape.
a little muddy.
Yes, now it's a little muddy, but right now we're building it, like our phase 1 is building it to the end of our property line here. And then eventually, Monty Stratton will go from that point all the way down and connect to 1570. So it'll end up being a major thoroughfare through there.
Are you going to have special parking for those who want to just walk the parks? And
Yes, ma'am, there will be trailheads. And
Okay.
so there's also gonna be, we're gonna put some trailheads in this community first. And then once we start working on Traders Road to the east, bringing it back and connecting it with this, that's kind of where our disc golf park will be as well. So it'll also have a major trailhead there. We've got to figure out how we're going to loop the walking trail to the disc golf park because we don't want people to get hit. But
Will this require a lift station then for sewage and things? Isn't this below the?
yes, we're actually moving a force main right now. We've already moved that when it came from Wesley Street all the way down to Monty Stratton. So we actually had to move it to build Traders Road the way it was because originally Traders Road's right away came in here. You can kind of see it. It came in at a 45-degree angle. So instead of that, we kind of shifted Traders Road up here. And when we shifted it, we had to move that force main. But it'll have that. Yes, ma'am.
So so many of the new constructions that I see do not seem to have like mandatory tree, green spaces, neat little parks for small children, just bits and pieces
Right, yes,
around, that they're just building and cement or asphalt. And I wondered about this, is there going to be a plan for?
Yes, ma'am, we're talking with some landscape architects. We've had a bunch of tree studies done. We are gonna keep, trees bigger than 8 inches in caliper out there, and we're also gonna have some parks. There will be some pocket parks in the single-family development as well. And then, of course, you'll have all the trails, and all the trails will be inside the floodplain. We can't necessarily go in and clear out the floodplain. We would just have the trails running through there. And it'll have its own parks and some trailside equipment and all that kind of stuff.
So those will be asphalt trails, or what will they be?
Some will be crushed granite, some will be asphalt, and then the stuff along the roads will be concrete. That'll be just kind of sidewalks that run along the road.
Did any of the local banks participating in the financing on this, or did it all come from out of area, too big a project?
We've had some relationships over the years, so that we've kind of just stuck with some banks that we've had prior relationships with.
Yeah.
But we're always open to, starting new relationships with other banks. So.
So will the commercial things, do you think they'll be single buildings or will they be strip malls?
So the restaurant pads on the I-30 frontage, they'll be standalone. Those will be your sit-down restaurants and stuff like that. But the strip retail, we'll have some strip retail along Stratton and then some on Wesley as well. We've got 2 spots picked out on Wesley. That'll be your typical, it'll be a nicer build, stick-built retail, and then maybe with the occasional standalone coffee shop or something like that.
Do you have any commitments on anybody at this point?
We have a lot of people that are talking to us right now, but of course, we're still moving dirt, so we can't necessarily, pull the trigger on that just yet. But we definitely have some real takers, so.
Will the hotel have a restaurant in it?
Yes, ma'am, it will. It's also our plan to have another restaurant that would service the conference center on big events and stuff like that, so.
How long ago did you guys target Greenville for the development?
So.
And not further back towards West City or what you're thinking?
Well, before my time at Wildcatter, to my understanding, we had some partners that bought some land out here, and they just loved the Greenville area and decided to hold on to it, and then decided why not develop it. So they hired my company to kind of come in and help with the development and the entitlement process and figure out all the roads and all that kind of stuff. So it's about 5 years ago, or 5 or 6 years ago, is when they kind of first set up in Greenville, and then here we are today. So, yes, ma'am.
Will there be places like for a grocery store, for dry cleaning, for those kind of amenities?
We hope to bring somebody like that in. I think it's too early to, say that we will or we won't. But it would be a great thing for this development if we could have somebody like that come in.
I'm always interested in our library, and I know it's doing all it can do. It needs to expand probably to this area. And I just wondered if things like that could get fit in.
Sure, there's always room to put somebody out here, especially as early as it is right now.
Are you living in Greenville now, or come in just to see how progress is going every couple of
In Dallas, since I moved down here a couple years ago, But I find myself out here a good bit, kind of tracking progress and making sure everything's going smoothly.
Do you have other projects in the area as well?
We've got, I'm actually looking at a couple deals up near Sherman. And then there's another gentleman that I work with in the office who's looking at some stuff south of Fort Worth. But really right now, this is our baby right now. It's kind of on the, all of our projects are on the back burner. This one's on the front burner. So.
How far is it from where Traders Road hits Monty Stratton down 1570 if you go straight south?
Well, let's see. You would go down south to Coyote Crossing, and then the next one would be 1570. Let's see if I've got it. So if you see here, so Monty Stratton with our phase 1 will stop here, and eventually it'll come down here to Coyote Crossing. And then after it hits Coyote Crossing, eventually it'll come down and connect with 1570. I'm not sure the exact mileage. I don't think it would be a mile, but it needs to. It'll be a great thoroughfare through there. Redirect some people off 34.
Is the east end of Traders Road, that intersection with 34, is that going to be done first, did you say, or last?
It'll be done last. So right now, we're currently coming from the west, from Monty Stratton to the middle of the development, the development. And then from there, we'll take it from the middle back to Wesley Street.
And when will that be?
Next year.
So year number 1 is out at Monty Stratton, year number 2 is
Correct, to Wesley.
west.
And we'll finish phase 1 by the end of the year. So if it wasn't so wet, we'd already be paving, but we've had some really good weather out there. It was, it kind of spoiled us. You know, we were moving dirt, we were grading, and
Originally, there was right of way between where that company is that sells lift equipment and so forth. There was right of way up to 34. Is that where your road goes?
I'm not familiar with any lift equipment.
Well, they
No.
Oh, like United Rentals?
Yeah.
There's no right of way that goes past United Rentals. Just the
On the east side of United Rentals, what it was at one time.
Not that I'm aware of, but there might have been. To double check that. Because if we could get another access point, that'd be even better.
Where is Walmart from there?
Walmart is right here.
Right there.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the name of that road?
So,
That goes across.
Traders.
Traders Road.
That's straight
That's
up.
Traders.
Yes, ma'am.
So the Traders Road is going to be extending from where it stops now, further west.
Correct. So right now, you could ride down Traders Road here, but you're left with either going left down Wesley Street or right up Wesley Street to downtown Greenville.
And so that's where Walmart is right there.
Yes, ma'am.
I've got that in my mind now.
So I know that a quicker project that we're also looking at is extending Traders Road barely into the property so you can get in there and go to the trailhead and go to the disc golf park and stuff like that. But it won't connect until the end of next year probably.
So I see that on that map there, you show down toward the bottom is where the 168 rental units will be.
Yes, sir.
What's a little bit north of that?
So we bought these 3 pieces of property here. So this is the single family rental community. And then this is, if this works, that'll be phase 2.
Okay.
And then the stuff to the north would be some houses that it would just be for sale, just like you see up on Wesley Street.
Okay. More single family housing.
Yes, sir.
What's the total acreage?
325. That's like total, that's not less any floodplain.
Does your company build all the houses or where, I'm not talking about those that you said were like
Right.
the 1, 2, 3 bedroom, but in another area, are they being built by your company or can you bring in your own plans?
Well, we would more than likely just develop the lots, and we would put in 200 lots and then sell off 100 lots to home builder A and then home
If
builder
they
B.
do sell the lot?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
wouldn't be
Okay.
custom.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
talking about build a
Yes, ma'am. And so Wildcatter also has a wet utility company as well. So we also focus on installing the water and the sewer. And we also have a ready mix company that produces concrete. Not to say that we can't get the concrete here, so we might have to buy the concrete from Greenville. But we would just focus on getting the subdivision ready and then selling to home builder A or home builder B.
If you're able to acquire the holdouts that you referenced earlier, how many total acres then in the development? Does it push it another 50, 60 acres?
It would push it a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But even the neighboring landowners, they've got some floodplain issues too. So I'm not sure the net acreage
Okay,
of that.
just gross.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are they gonna have to build a new substation for electricity, or are you tapping in on the 1570 or the one over there off the lines later?
We're
We're tapping in, but I'm not sure where. So we've got all that. We won't have to do a new substation, not that I've heard of.
Have you worked with the school district at all? I mean, this is gonna be a lot of housing, and I can see, as somebody mentioned, the need for a school in this area, at least an elementary school. Is that part of your plan? Have you talked with them at all to perhaps set aside some land for a potential school district in the future?
You know, we have not yet. We've talked with the school district before, but not certainly not dedicating any land to them. But we should probably start that conversation back up with them and see if they need more room or anything like that.
Is that something that a developing company like yours would typically do? Give the school district land, or would they have to buy it themselves?
Yes.
Yes, which one?
Well, right now we've already got construction drawings and all that set up, so it might not be on this plan, but for something in the future, that could be a real possibility.
But you could give them land, or you would sell them land?
It would.
I'm not trying to put you
I
on
know
the
there would
spot.
just be different ways. There would probably
Yeah.
be different ways to structure something like that, working with the city, working with the school district and stuff.
Appraisal district and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're very informative. Thank you.
Thank y'all for the great questions.
Welcome to Greenville.
Well, I would like to thank Mr. Turnage for being here today, and next month, our speaker will be Penny Nickel-Crispin, will be talking about her book she's written. So we'll see you all next month in December, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.